2018 Jeep Wrangler. First drive. The all-new Wrangler sets the standard. The designers and engineers behind the new 2018 Jeep Wrangler must have had a hell of a good time creating this thing. After all, the decisions they make aren't like the decisions other vehicle developers wrestle with in their studios. How many, for instance, decide to stamp a Torx bit tool size directly onto an aluminum exterior door hinge, in case the owner forgets the size while getting ready to pop the door off for a day of open-air trail bashing? How many will dedicate months to developing a new, faster system for flipping the front windshield forward? While most automotive R&D focuses on generating feelings of well-being or creating a refined embodiment of luxury and performance or such bullpucky, Jeep engineers instead want to make sure you can still hose out the interior after you bring home all the mud in Moab. That's the beauty of the Jeep Wrangler. It's not like other cars. Sure, its creators spent time homing in on ideal button placement and speccing out interior materials to generate specific kinds of visual and tactile qualities, but the Wrangler caters to a different kind of buyer overall, and the brand's devotion to usability and utility feels as much like they're fulfilling a military contract as providing for consumer needs. That's overwhelmingly the vibe I got while putting the new Wrangler through its paces in New Zealand in early November, weeks before the car was even revealed to the public at a standing room-only press conference at the recent Los Angeles Auto Show. While we were able to divulge the technical details of the new Trailblazer then, I've had to hold my tongue on the driving impressions until now. It's been a challenge, because scrambling around Kiwi's rougher edges in the car left me wanting to blabber on endlessly about how this whole effort is a case study in not disappointing fans of an automotive legend. This in an age when heritage often feels purely cosmetic, something brand managers pay lip service to while the product guys go about squeezing out authenticity under intense pressure from the accounting department. But nothing about this car is worse than its predecessor. Everything is better, every decision made to strengthen the product both literally and figuratively. So what's that mean for the Jeep nut? The versatile, infinitely customizable machine succeeds on three key fronts. Namely, it's more capable, it's more modern, and it's more drivable. I.e., it doesn't suck on pavement. Any one of those qualities could be forgiven for cancelling out one of the others, but Jeep has managed to push this boulder farther up the mountain by making the Wrangler a jack and master of all trades. In the Southern Alps of New Zealand, as the mountains around Queenstown are known, I pushed the Wrangler down riverbeds, through boulder fields, into trenches, up steep hills, and then more relaxed but no less tellingly along the beautiful twisty road surrounding Lake Wakatipu. Let's start with the nitty-gritty, since that's what the hardcore Jeep crowd savors most. Capability enhancements can be found along many fronts in the new Wrangler, which is available as a two-door Sport, Sport S, and Rubicon, the top model and the ones tested in New Zealand, and as a four-door in the same trims, plus Sahara. Structurally, the Wrangler retains its boxed ladder frame and solid axles, but it has been bolstered with high-strength steel and aluminum used where it made the most sense, including the doors, hood, and windshield frame and plastic fenders that are meant to essentially be disposable, in addition to lightweight. This rejiggering shaved off 200 pounds but improved its overall strength. Strength also comes in the suspension and powertrain. The Sport and Sahara trim levels have Dana 30 front axles and Dana 35 rears, and the Sahara gets a new Selec-Track 2-speed transfer case with a full-time four-wheel drive mode for continuous power equally distributed to front and rear axles. Rubicon, meanwhile, has next-generation Dana 44s and electronically locking differentials and electronic anti-roll bar disconnects, along with optional track lock limited slip rear differential for extra torque and grip in sand, gravel, snow, or ice. Its crawl ratio has improved to 84:1 from 73:1 in the manual transmission and 77:1 from 55:1 in the automatic, generating more torque at the wheel and more precise power application at lower speeds. On the trails and in the boulders, that meant essentially being able to power through a greater variety of challenges than its predecessor could muster, but more importantly, doing it better and more enjoyably overall.